Hi everyone, so today we're going to solve a question minimum deletions to make character frequencies unique. So in this we have been given a string, and what we have to do is we have to find out frequency of each character, and we want those frequencies to be unique. Now let's say those frequencies are not unique. Let's say we have a frequency like this. 2 and 3, we have a frequency like this, 2, 3 and 3. So one character has a frequency of 2, another character has a frequency of 3, and another character has a frequency of 3. So we want to make this unique. So now what we are going to do is we are going to delete some characters, and we want to find the minimum number of deletions we can make to this character to make the frequencies unique. So minimum deletions we can do is we can delete 2 Ds. That would make 1D, 2A and 3Bs. So these are the frequencies. This is the thing. Now let's talk about how we can solve this question. So one big thing is to notice in this question is that we are storing frequencies of characters, and in question we have been also given that the characters are lowercase English letters only. And to our knowledge, lowercase English letters are only 26. That means that we have to store frequencies of only 26 characters only. And those frequencies could be anything. They could lie in between 0 to 10 to the power 5. Those frequencies could lie in between 0 to 10 to the power 5. And we want to make them unique. Okay, so what we can do is, we know that these are like 26 frequencies only, a total of 26 frequencies only. And we don't care about characters, we only care about their frequencies. So let's do one thing, let's store all of these frequencies into an array. All of those frequencies into an array. So let's take an example. So in this, A has 2 frequency, C has 2 frequency and B has 3 frequency. So we have a 3 frequency, we have 2 frequency and we have a 2 frequency. Now we can see that if we decrease this 3 to 2, 2 already exists, and if we decrease this 3 to 1, initially we don't have to decrease this 3 because 3 is unique only. Now we can see that we have 2 2's present. So we can keep this one as a unique one, we can keep this 2 as unique 2. So this 3 and 2 are unique. Now looking at this 2, we can decrease it by 1. So our array would become something like this. Okay, now let's talk about a big example. Let's say I have been given 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2. And 1 as well. Another thing to notice is that let's say I have 5 A's. So I can in a string I have a total of 5 A's. So I can either decrease 1A or 2A or 3A or 4A, and I can also decrease all of the A's. So currently I have destroyed the frequency of A. Okay, so there are multiple characters who can be at a frequency of 0. So A can have a frequency of 0, B can have frequency of 0, C can have frequency of 0. So there are like multiple characters that can have frequency of 0, and that is fine. Because in fact we have decreased zeros, decreased that character, that's why. So looking at this example, let's say there are some characters whose frequencies are stored like this. Now we want to find out that minimum number of character deletions that we can do to make this array unique, to make this frequency array unique. Okay, or unique, or in a sense that it contains only distinct elements. Okay, so what I am telling you to do is, let's make a map. Okay, so that map will store number and whether that we have encountered that number or not. So that way we can detect that if we are encountering a new number, and either we are encountering an old number. Okay, so let's say 1 2 3 4 5. So I have 5 4 3 2 1, and initially all of these values are false. initially all of these values are false. And yeah, so all of these values are false. So currently I am at 5. So when I encounter 5, I will see that I have not encountered 5 yet. So I am going to make this true, and I am going to move my pointer 1 forward. That means that till now I have encountered 5, that's it. And now again I have encountered 5. As soon as I encountered 5, what I am going to do is I am going to see that till now I have encountered 5 or not. So yeah, I have encountered 5 yet. So what I can do is I can like decrease my value of 5. So I will decrease it to 4, and then I'll increase the value of like I'll make the frequency of 4 to true, that I have encountered true yet. So what I did was I'll decrease it to 4. Now I have encountered 4. In the next pointer I have encountered 4. We can see that we have made this to true. That means that we have already encountered 4. That we have, like in the previous element we have made 5 to 4. So now we can decrease 4 to 3, and when we are decreasing it, so like we have decreased 5 to 4, we will increase our answer by 1. In this we have increased our answer by 1. When we are decreasing 4 to 3, we will increase our answer by 1. Okay, so there are 2 times we have increased our answer by 1. Now again in the next pointer we encounter 4, and when we are like decreasing the value of 4 to 3, what we are going to do is we are going to make 3 true also. We have made 3 true as well. In the next iteration we will see that we have found another 4, and we can see that we have already seen 4. We have then we are going to decrease 4 to 3, and again we see that we have already seen 3. So we are going to decrease 3 to 2. Now we have decreased 2 values, and we can see that true, we have not encountered 2 yet, so we are going to make it true. So we have decreased 2 values, so we are going to increase 2 to our answer. Okay. Again we increase our pointer, so our pointer goes here. We can see that we have encountered 3, so we will decrease it to 2. We have encountered 2 as well, so we will decrease it to 1. Now we will make 1 true. So till now we have encountered 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So these are all unique frequencies. And in this also I have like decreased 2 values, so I'll increase my answer by 1. So what I'm saying is that I have like decreased 2 values, or I have like removed 2 characters. Removing 2 frequency is the same as removing 2 characters. Okay. So now again I'll increase my pointer. So I'll encounter 3 again. I can see that we have like already encountered 3. I'll make it to 2. We have already encountered 2, so we'll make it to 1. And I have already encountered 1, so we'll make it to 0. So in this we have decreased a total of 3 values. Now let's go to the next pointer. So we are not storing frequencies for 0. As soon as we hit 0, we are going to break the loop. So in this also we'll go to 2, we'll go to 1, and then we'll go to 0. Okay. In this we can go to 0. 0 is the like lower limit, because we cannot decrease the value less than 0. Why is that? Because a character can have 0 frequency, A can have 0 frequency, but A cannot have -1 frequency. Okay, that's why we are stopping it when we hit 0. So after this, like in this also, like we have decreased it 3 times. In this also we are going to decrease it 2 times. So we are going to increase our value by 2, and this we are going to decrease the value 1 time. So we are going to increase the value of 1. So in this you can see that we have 5 frequency, we have 4 frequency, 3, 2, 1, then all of the zeros frequencies. Okay. So by this we have only stored the unique frequencies till now. And those frequency who we cannot make unique, we are just destroying those characters from our array. So we have, let's say this was A, this frequency stored was of A, this was of B, this was of C, and this was of D. So we have removed the existence of A, B, C, D from our main string. Now let's understand it through code, like what we are doing in the code. So first I have made a map. This map will store the frequency of all the characters. Then what I'm doing is I'm like iterating through my string and I'm increasing the frequency of characters in my map. After this, I have made another array. So in this array, I'm going to store these frequencies and then I'm going to sort it in decreasing order. So, such that because I cannot increase the value, I can decrease the value. So if we sort it in decreasing order, like it would have been easy to keep a track of. So I'm sorting it in decreasing order, and also one thing to notice is that this array has a size of, this array can have a maximum size of 26. Now let's look at our solution, at what we are doing. So in this array, what I'm doing is I'm pushing back all of the frequencies. In this array, I'm pushing back all of the frequencies, then I'm sorting it in decreasing order. And after that, now I'm making another map which is exists. So what this map is going to store is that whether we have encountered that frequency yet or not. So this is going to store that, and initially all of the values are going to be false by default. And I've also made an answer variable. So this will store that how many values we have decreased, or how many frequencies we have decreased, or how many characters we have decreased. So we will loop over our array A. Inside this, while that frequency exists. So let's say I am like, so these three values are true and I have encountered 4. So while A of I is true, I am going to decrease value of my I. So okay, so initially my I is equals to 4. So A of 4 is equals to true. A of 4 is equals to true. So I am going to decrease my I, so it will become A of 3, which is also true. So again I am going to decrease my I, this will become A of 2. Okay, so as soon as it becomes A of 2, I am going to like make it true, and then I am going to break out of the loop. That means that I have decreased a total of 2 values. I have decreased a total of 2 values. So inside this I am looking that if I is at 0, that means that we have to break it, we don't have to decrease our pointer more, or the value more, or the frequency more. And if this is not the case, we are going to decrease our value and increase our answer. We just want to find out that how many values that we have decreases, that's why we are decreasing the value and increasing our answer. After this loop, we are going to mark that value to be true. We are going to mark that value to be true, and at the end we are just going to return our answer. So let's just try to submit it. So you can see that we are getting success for this, and so basically time complexity is like firstly we are iterating all over this string, and we are storing it in an unordered map. So storing it in an unordered map will take a time complexity of big O of n. Then we are like iterating all over this array, this A array. So this A array will also take a time complexity of, like at max it can take a time complexity of big O of n, but whole time complexity would not go beyond big O of n. Okay, so this is it. I hope you have understand it, and if you have any doubts, you can feel free to like write the doubts in the comments.